And I wish to echo the comments about thanking the Honourable Member for Ogmore for bringing this very important debate forward. And as we've heard, cyber fraud is a huge challenge right across the UK, from email scams, banking fraud, fake websites, computer viruses, online relationship scams to investment scams. Cyber fraud is thriving as cyber criminals develop ways with increasing sophistication to prey on victims in the cyber world. UK businesses have lost over £6.2 million to cyber scams over the previous year, with a 31% increase in cases during the height of the pandemic last May and June. The most common type of attack has been hacking through email or social media, which accounted for 53% of attacks over the past year, leading to a loss of £2.9 million. Scams caused by hacking of computer services has been revealed as the second most common type of attack on businesses over the 12-month period. But as we've heard today, the consequences for individuals who have fallen victim to cybercrime, cyber fraud, the consequences can be extremely far-reaching. And whilst technology has helped older people to be better connected during the COVID outbreak, unfortunately, our increased participation in the digital world has also provided additional opportunities for criminals. Cyber fraud can leave its victims, as we have heard, in desperate financial situations. And it takes many forms. More than £5 million has been lost to COVID-related scams, and £16 million has been lost due to online shopping fraud since lockdown began. Criminals send phishing emails and texts claiming, as we've heard, to be from the government agencies, HMRC, health bodies, convincing people to open links and encouraging them to reveal sensitive personal financial information. The most immediate impact, of course, is financial, and being a victim of a scam has been discovered to, if you're an older person, most older people over the age of 70 who fall victim to a serious scam can be dead within 2 years. Such is the impact on health and well-being. But it's important, as we've heard, that we have the tools to protect ourselves online to minimise the risk of falling victims to these types of cyber crimes. And I know that organisations such as Age UK is doing a great amount of work to try to educate particularly older people about what steps they can take to better protect themselves from cyber fraud. However, we need greater, as we've heard, we need greater public education on this issue so that all of us can be better informed about the kinds of cyber scams to which we may be vulnerable. But there are genuine fears, repeated in this debate today, that the Online Harms Bill falls far short of what is needed to protect consumers in this digital age. The Online Harms Bill will not seek to address fraud via advertising, emails or cloned websites. The biggest online harms is scamming, and this will simply not be sufficiently covered in the Online Harms Bill, which will leave consumers pretty much as exposed as they have ever been to cyber fraud. Nearly 2 million people fell victim to online scams in the 6 months after lockdown measures began in March last year. And it's shocking to learn that those living with mental health challenges are 3 times more likely to have lost money to scammers, causing trauma and crippling money problems at a time when many people are already under huge financial, emotional and psychological strain. We need extra resources to deal with cyber fraud, and the fact is that law enforcement agencies are struggling to keep up with the creativity, innovation and sophistication of criminals who engage in this behaviour. Those who can protect us from online fraud need to have the resources to do so. Now, alongside this, older people have been moving increasingly online, sometimes by choice, but sometimes out of necessity because of the disruption to normal life that the pandemic has caused. But our older people are living longer, and with 1.3 million older people expected to be living with dementia by 2030, the most vulnerable people in our society need as much protection as we can give them. But we also need protection for all consumers, vulnerable or otherwise. and the Online Harms Bill provides a real opportunity for us to do that. Cyber fraud is an evolving threat and will continue to prey on us in all sorts of insidious ways. We need more education for the public, given how this crime is becoming more widespread. We need more information about how we can all protect ourselves, and we need more resources for experts who can prevent and trace perpetrators. And we need an online harms bill which fully recognises this threat in ways that will give confidence to consumers. So I look forward to hearing the Minister's response to these very important issues that have been raised today.